let's get it down on Monday night. Fear mongering right here. I was doing last night, but I had the choker chain around my neck, and rain was on the way here in the great state of Minnesota, and she soon capitulated to the weeds on the east side of the house. And since I was already in chore mode and snipped some branches in the backyard, when the rider snapped me on, I looked at her. She goes, "You knew some fear," and I said, "I'll spend fear and cheer tomorrow." I said, "I'm getting the snapper mown down out on a Sunday night, and soon counterclockwise the front and backyard. In grand tradition, do some seat down. It rained all day today, so it was a good choice. Hope you guys like the Snuggie, and the camera was a little from the heat, whatever, but that's the way she goes. It's a little foggy, but that's the way she goes. So, oh well, they'll get over it. They'll build a bridge, get over it. I like that setup. There's 8-minute videos. It's fun. I like making videos. It's fun. Get what you get, see what you see. Beautiful day to be alive, I always say. I hear, I can speak, I can walk, I can talk. State Fair is coming up on the 22nd day. It starts the 21st. I used to always go on opening day with my mother, but I was going all the time, and I was doing video. I'll bring my camera. I'll do some video for this channel, possibly, for fun little videos. We'll do some along the way. We'll have the time of our lives. Yes, but Sue Ellen capitulated. You want any chiggers on her, so she had a long sleeve and getting a little hot, and I was snipping away and cleaning out. Couldn't see Eddie the Eagle that I bought a long time ago. He was camouflaged. Did chores. Went to Michigan. Have a video coming up on Barium exposure. This behavior going on. But anyways, you guys, welcome to your favorite audio addiction on the video platform, on the black screen. And my name is Jeff, and we emanate from the great state of Minnesota. 10,000 likes plus a couple. I listened to New York Dan. I did a video on him too, coming out probably on Thursday on the sex object about being an e-beggar and a spent condom on the 4 floors of whores. He's become that. Something about commercials. Commercials is one thing. Commercials, that's you're trying to sell something. You're asking for something. Because you're doing your videos, you make money on your video, you make money on your commercials, whatever, on YouTube. When you buy me a can of oil, are you kidding me? You're just an e-beggar. From you, make a comment, give me a like, just like. But I come to you on another nice day here, great country of America. I always listen to some of the military in Vietnam, what they went through. The 2 tours of duty and people losing all their arms and legs, mortar attacks, and people being taken out. We always talk about the brown shirts, SS and Hitler and the behavior, and became the chancellor on September 1st. He decided to invade, and it finally did end, and officially on August 2nd, the mighty Mo, when they officially signed it. The Japanese. In between, we had to storm those beaches and snap the necks of the Krauts, free the Jews, and do other such behaviors. Sacrifice a lot of lives, but without it, we don't. I'm speaking German or Japanese. Man in the Ivory Tower, good show. I haven't seen it, but yes. Thank you so much. Along the way, a lot of things happen. Saving Private Ryan, good movie, kind of gory, but the war is not easy. If it was easy, we would do it. Now they capitulated, and Hitler took his own life for him, and then the Catholic Church, the Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated, rat-lined them out. Start burning those churches to the ground. Crime scenes they've done with children. Spotlight. Go see the movie in silence. You'll be outraged. It's just like Ray Rice, who the bloody white suit. People need to be outraged when he left Hookter in Las Vegas. You need to be outraged to see the punch. Kind of sad how people are. Then we had to do the Forgotten War. For some reason, 10 years of BS in Vietnam sacrificed 52,000 plus men and women. Men and women blue. Go see the black. Go see the wall. 9/11 victims. We watched the thing on that the other day. How they're identifying bodies to this day. We went to 9/11 in silence. Don't need blood for love. Domestic violence. You see something, say something, but we appreciate these men and women in the armed forces. Men and women blue. Air Force, Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Merchant, National Coast Guard, uniform. Thank you so much. Balls the size of ovaries, the size of oak trees. The Air Force, all up in the sky. All of them that work and continue serving our country, domestic and abroad. Thank you so much for all you guys do. I've never served, but I'll serve if I have to. We get invaded by Canada or somebody else. Foreign war like Red Dawn. The original movie was the best. Second one, they should be ashamed. Just like Hills Have Eyes. Go watch the original version. You'll walk out of the second version. I had it on TV and I stopped it immediately. It was an embarrassing abomination. It's like Mission Impossible. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Tom Cruise. How embarrassing. I like movies. Let's be original. I'm an original. I sip, I spit, I do whatever. You are your choices in life. We always say, right? You are your choices. I choose not to run with poor people. I choose not to shower in the shower in Penn State. Would you shower in the shower of Penn State? No, I would not shower in the shower. Joe Pa got away with it. The Caroli, he's passed. She should be executed or deported. That's all there is to it. P stood for Penn State. Pedophilia University. Only one person is in jail. He will come out in a pine box. You don't slam a locker and tell two people. When is this world going to realize our children are our future? I had a good memory from 11 to 17. And like I said, if fun was illegal up at Oak Ridge Country, then it would be an offense. My nieces and nephews, we had the time of our lives. And they came over from Oregon and went up at the cabin fishing. That's called being a role model. For some reason, it's been lost in translation. For some reason, in this country, the pimping and prostituting of children. I remember asking, I don't know why, Boy Scouts have that problem. But I don't run with poor people. But I don't. Remember, if you don't like two men having sex, I get it. I mean, $20 is $20 for me. I get it. If you want to consume two women on your red to wherever you're at, well, guess what? That's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Don't do it. Not a very Christian thing to be doing. I was a condom, put one on. Women, you carry the groceries. You carry the groceries when he runs off. The father, the child runs off. All of a sudden, guess what? AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle, penis, ouch. Line there in line now. Pete Rose, Magic, just celebrated a birthday. I thought you had AIDS. You do or don't you? We just fear-mongering. But yeah, you can't consume two women smashing gash. Lipstick lesbians going at you. Bulldog's been no fun. I mean, I'd have my own called Smashing Gash. No cranks allowed on my adult website. Absolutely. Be very visual, very fun for all the 15-year-old minds of the average male. And also, you're drinking. I get it. Don't drive. Call some emergency. Someone pick up the phone. Too much to drink. That's all you gotta do. Pick up the phone. I've had 3 people murdered by drunks. I had a couple I knew. I worked with her. I lived with next in her apartment complex, Town Terrace, with her. Her husband was a lumper over at Sioux Valley. It's a nice man. He made some good money. Side cash. She was a secretary when I worked. Just a nice hell lady. They were coming back from a 2-week vacation, Colorado. 2 blocks away from their house. Guy pulled out in front of them, drunk after lunch. And in their obituary, they say they were murdered by a drunk driver. The family wasn't very happy, but who cares? They're buried and gone for a good 25, 30 years. I think of them off when I see motorcycles. He's somewhere out in the outskirts. Another person was murdered by a drunk driver. So please call someone. Thank you. Publix with myself and all the board members of Speculation Sports. That's all we're asking. Thank you so much. I love Rockstar. I've been sitting in the refrigerator since yesterday when I put it in. Decided to do the lawn. I was a chore boy yesterday. Beauty of being a home ownership is doing the lawn and you snap or mow them down. Be out on the deck tonight. Gonna have some taco thing with Jig. Just gonna make something tonight. Give me a choice: grilled cheese and ham or taco stuff. And I said, I'll take the taco stuff. We'll sit in that deck and look in the backyard. It's green grass and high tides forever. When they came through, I got $10,000 severance for coming through my backyard and took out a bunch of trees that need to. They soon grew back, and I threw sumac back there, a bunch of seeds, sitting on those sack of seeds. My next thing, what are you doing? I said, now it's starting to spread like cockroaches. I said, go get your own seeds. I kind of going to, but I said, yeah, I regrew my backyard. I can hear the trail. Those electrical bikes cruise. I'm going to kill somebody back there one of these days. But anyways, I don't know when the next fear-mongering radio is going to be. Tomorrow is the NFL show. I'm going to do it instead of Tuesday. Do it Wednesday. And Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment. Maybe Thursday. We'll see what happens. But the fear-mongering on Sundays will not be in full regalia. When we kick it, if you're new to the channel, the NFL show, that we'll put my picks up on this very channel. If you want, I have nicknames, whatever. I don't think it's that seriously. The National Fix-It League. So Sunday, I in between all this NFL stuff, I kind of just screw around this channel on, and I do Bitch Boy Radio, whatever else. But I cut my teeth and make my money on the NFL and the sport, which I love to do. Why I started doing this sometime 18 years ago when I started. I was a Cowpote, and then I started Speculation Sports, and I like talking sports. I don't talk fantasy football. Someone was talking today, looked at me and said, I don't give a crap. I don't live in my mother's basement. What do you mean? I say, I may own her double wide and surprise her as I do not live in her basement. I don't care about fantasy football. I put names back of sweaters or jerseys. I don't. I cheer for laundry baskets. I cheer for the star in Dallas and the headdress in the city of Oregon in Chicago, where Santa Claus cheers for the pencil dick Blackhawks and the Dallas Criminals, a.k.a. Cowboys, the Cowboys. But yeah, we went to Michigan. I did the Gay Mafia got him. There'll be a video coming up probably tomorrow about the Gay Mafia. But got to Barium put a list out there. They didn't want him to expose what's going on there. Dan is so confused, and he's spanking with or without clothing. Oh yes. I put that up for fun. Daniel. So, here we are in the Sarasota Tim haters, which are more entertaining than Sarasota Tim. Like I've said, this voice, these eyes, I've seen only 2 videos. One where he put together the bike, which remind me of Sue and her putting together the wheelbarrow. That would have been a video to videotape, and her not yelling, but just getting mad at each other. That was a classic. I could design that wheelbarrow to be a lot easier to put together, because it was really, I'd call it the one-man show. You should be able to clip it together. All should clip it together, that wheelbarrow, click, and then screw it in. If I was making wheelbarrows and things like that, it'd be click it in, and then you bolt it in. That's all you got to do. Click, it sits in place, and away you go. Just like my sex object, and just like the DJI, they need to make those cases on the. I know Daily Woo's went to shit on them. They need to make those a little more water resistant, so you can have the rain. I guess you could take a shot in the wind. That's the biggest problem with DJIs. They don't. You got to be able to take a little bit of water. I like my little setup. It's 360. It's fun. It's a fun little camera. It's at 8 minutes. It's fine. I'm not going to edit a damn thing. I'm a straight shooter. But the haters are the haters. I don't know if what's his name is called the show. He's been doing some over allegedly. I don't know if he's got the collar on his neck or not. KC Grits. I haven't really listened to Dinger because, Dinger isn't easy to listen to. So it's called the Red Shift. But so anyway, I just see BlindViews. He was all over Tater because what did I listen to one today with Tater? A little bit of it. So he was on that because he's obsessed and he's jealous. I talked with Santa Claus. That BlindViews is jealous. He's jealous of Tater that he can drive around. He's jealous of the other guy that I guess it's a gay. He's the gay slur. What do we get people accused of being gay? We've talked about that with Wonder Hussy. That people think she's a lesbian. When Carl brought it, I said no, she's not. That's her sister. And if she was, I could care less. She'd be a lipstick lesbian. I think if we got her high enough, maybe she would. I don't know, but she's at Burning Man. God bless her. Her live stream was actually more entertaining than any of her videos. It's hilarious because she just kind of goes off the deep end. It's kind of funny. Bitches that she has no friends. Oh, that's too bad. YouTube, you're married to YouTube girlfriend. But he's back outside again. And I think I listened to one this today about someone's dog is dying. That's unfortunate. I get it, Again, I would not want BlindViews to promote my ass. Would not want him to promote my ass. Just say, listen, I appreciate you obsessed with me if I'm a woman or whatever else. Just take your Robert Plant behavior, rode hard, put away wet, and go away. Okay? I'm sorry. Hey, I mentioned YouTubers I like. Fiesta Adventures, he's a pretty good young man. My train guy in Florida, Distant Signal, I like him. He makes trains interesting. There's a guy here in town who does the same thing he does, and I know where he's at, so it's kind of cool. He's very good. He was over here in Hopkins explaining the train. He's my favorite guy too, because I think I see a train remind me of my dad and Chicago Western, and we used to go to Cedar Lake Yard where he got his paycheck, and we'd sit down there while we were on the train. And also in Randall, Minnesota, the train would go by every hour on the hour, and it was just kind of fun to sit and just kind of listen to go by, or just walk outside the VFW and watch them storm by. So I like trains. It's just fun when someone tells me what they are, where they're going. I actually saw the guy here in town, an old Chicago Western. I got a picture with my dad in my walk out of my room every morning of him and his buddies. All of them died at work one way or another, except my dad had at his house. And it was going to get repainted. It was kind of cool to see that video. It was in the middle of a pole. They're going somewhere with it. So I like a lot of YouTubers out there. Its history is really good. There's just a lot of good. Like I was telling somebody, I said YouTube is no longer. Here's something I'm doing. I do audios here, and I do some drama stuff, whatever else. And I'm doing my running around with I'm gonna do it here now with what the hell was I gonna say here? Running around at the RV park, whatever RV stuff. So, but anyways, let's look real quick. Let's see here now. What's this? Expose something good to others. Expose something. Okay. Hair exposure has died. Rest in peace. Over there, and I put stuff up over. I got 20 followers over there on Rumble. So I'm doing some Rumble ones. So that's kind of fun to do Rumble. So put him up there. I put the Barium exposure one up here. So it's fun to. Rumble's kind of fun. So who's this? Josh? What his name is? But it's kind of fun to do that. Anyways, but let's go look. I see. I see the Hunch Savinsky. So I want Taco John's move headquarters, Minnesota. Okay, let's see where you guys all come in from. Is late. Florida, Sarasota, Jacksonville, St. Petersburg, Medora. Mississippi is Helena. It's new. Louisiana, Shreveport, Texas. Houston, H-Town. Colorado's Aurora. So, what's this? Okay. Yep. I got an appointment. I know, on Wednesday. Okay. Elk Grove, Redlands, Oakland, Wisconsin's Milwaukee Beer, Illinois, Civil Organized Crime twice, New York, Rochester, Dolantown, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Lynchburg, and in the last just over 120 and on what I have in the bank here. Monetized just a little under 200. Next payment's 109. So I appreciate people over here coming over, doing whatever they're doing over here. Come over here. So, but the couple podcasts I do in the car, I get some of those occasionally, not a lot. But it's an audios that people love audios. Let's see the countries that come in. I love the countries. It's cool when you look at the country. United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, India, Japan, France, Switzerland, Hungary, Ireland, and Israel. Let my people go in the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands. South Holland. Whoever you are, come get me. I'll fly out there. We'll have the time of our life. Hungary would be fun to go to. I've been in Japan many times. It's okay. United Kingdom would be cool to go to. England. And that's London, Rochester, Dinsburg, and Greenhound. Oh, interesting. Wow. London twice. So someone likes fear mongering radio. What's your name? Should have never died. Diana. All you do is you're a limo driver. I know you have a celebrity. We're going to go speed limit. Let them chase you. Should have never died. That guy should have never murdered her. Pisses me off. But I do appreciate Spotify coming in, Chrome, Al Podcast, Spreaker, iVox, Safari, Firehawks, Apple, Borcore, Deezer, Shivani, iTunes, Pontel, and UWebView. Okay? Weird. But let's see in the last 12 months. Interesting to see how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then there's 9 more. So it's like 30. They come up here, and I appreciate that very, very much. When there's so much there's 6.5 million things you can listen to, and you come out of your time. I appreciate it very, very much. Especially on YouTube too as well. So what's this? You're gonna regret this body cam video. Assistant AG gets arrested. That's hilarious. Police have already released body cam footage from a night of Rhode Island Assistant Attorney General for illegal trespassing last week. Called 24 banners from off and report customers refusing to leave. You're going to regret. That's hilarious. Do you know who I am? That's kind of hilarious. That's funny. Trespassing, that's just hilarious. That's hilarious. But anyways, we just kind of ramble on here. We'll see. Maybe we'll call Carl. But so BlindViews is back outside again. We're happy for him, and he's his usual backhanding. I guess that one guy was of people accused him of being gay or something. I guess I talked to Carl about that. And I saw his thing, and I think Carl told me that. I didn't see the video. I didn't see either one of them, but I guess people are just trying to troll him to make him. Hang on a second, God damn it, or just pissing him off. People do all the time. Say stuff in my chat room about my wife, whatever. It's hey, I appreciate it. It's about spitting, and you come to troll a video. Thank you very much. It's like the Haggy family. Coming to bitch about me. It's like thank you. So BlindViews has returned. He's back outside, and it's he must be they must be somebody giving him time to go outside. So I'm happy for him that he's going outside. He's hanging out outside. Good for him. But Barium exposure. I did a video about the gay mafia got him, and there's a list out there of people they were afraid that they were going to do something, and he was going to do something and expose the list. I'm on there. I guess it says Cowpote, openly gay married man, happily, and it has crossed off $20 is now $40. So it said Santa Claus. I mean, it said Carl. Doubt it with a question mark. Old Man Nation, too old to be gay, and then other people out there. New York Dan, too dumb to be gay, and there's other YouTubers in there, and it said Wonder Hussy was kind of like they do question mark, doubt it, but there was those other prominent YouTubers and other people in the gay mafia that they were afraid that Barium exposure was going to expose them. So, but I went to the funeral. You saw the video. Appreciate it. That got a shitload of views there real quick, and I appreciate it coming to the video. A lot of dislikes on there. It was kind of funny. I love the dislikes, but it was pretty good. People came to enjoy themselves and have the time of their life, and I always appreciate that when they do come. So we went up there and saw the family. That's got 208. What hop is that's pretty? I mean, to me to break 100, that's pretty good. And what do I have at? What do I have at subs? What do I have here so far? I've got. What did it say? I had it before. 962. We're rolling towards 1,000. So that's all organic. Like people say, you buy subs. Where would you buy subs? I'm just curious. Where would you buy subs? I'm just curious where you would buy subs. But it's good to see. So then New York Daniel, right? He's a dirty deleter. He privatizes stuff. And I listened to his video today. God, that just let's get to it, man. He's got notes on. Same thing with MzVicky. Using notes. It's just like, for the love of God. I just don't get it, man. I don't understand that behavior. And now he's by me because he was talking about, okay, he's e-begging. Okay, I don't ask for a damn thing. Okay, I will tell this again. I went into podcasting because he can tell I love to talk. I love to talk sports with people, politics. And I happen to be monetized on Spreaker. They said one email, hey, you've got $500 in there, that you've earned. You have to set up something, and I did. I set my thing up. Okay, I've never put it out that I have it. Whatever the hell that thing is. What's that thing? What the hell you want to call that? You get paid. What the hell is it? Oh, whatever the hell it is. It's I use that. I use it for what the hell is it? I can't. I don't even PayPal account, right? I don't tell anybody about it. I don't. It's strictly strictly for me to get paid for selling goods. Okay, I don't ask to buy me a coffee or anything else. If you're going to be doing YouTube, again, your content better carry you. You lose my credibility when you use notes and you put in there, buy me a coffee, buy me a pizza, buy me something. Hey, I'll buy a can of oil. Here you go. Like homeless people, you give them food, they want the money, the gur. You're just an e-beggar. Just that's why BlindViews is jealous Mikey because people give him stuff. And he's jealous that he does it. And Tater makes money on YouTube, and he gets pissed that he can ride around his motorcycle and be an RVer and whatever he makes. I don't know what he makes, and that's great. He spends it. That's fine. He's a convicted felon. He runs around. I don't care. Hanging out with some chick who's what do you want to call me only fan. I'm not sharing my girlfriend with somebody else. I'm not a prude of that behavior, but it's really hard to find channels on here that Wonder Hussey's got everything out there. I sent her a hat and a shirt one time, and jokingly one time during a live stream I gave her $5 just for fun, and she quickly responded back with a thank you. That was the only time I've ever given anybody anything. That was doing a live stream one day, and I gave I gave it to her, But I'm not. That's again, if I'm going to send her money, it'll be in an envelope, and that's why she has meet and greets, and she's out there at Burning Man, and she's out there hanging out. You can send her Uber Eats. Okay, she's never. I feel sorry for her in that live stream at the end. She has no friends because she needs someone to manage her. She'd be real good to manage, but you got to tell her to quit being an idiot in her videos. But she has no friends. But she got what's her name, Wadri Gypsy to put her stuff in there. She got her to do it. So she does it now too as well. And then this RV behavior going on. BlindViews talked about it. I listened to that Bob guy. He's exactly what he said. I said in the video too as well. It's about the homeless people, and people got to learn just to relax. But you get fear mongered on YouTube, just like with New York Daniel, right? I mean, New York Daniel is the prime example of why people get easily brainwashed, because New York Daniel is not a very bright man. He's going to go on a cruise and he's bitching that the hurricane. What do you expect when you go on a cruise, young man, during the hurricane season? It's like going out to San Francisco or even Seattle during wintertime. It's gonna rain. Come to Minnesota and you piss and moan that it's cold. You go to Alaska and it's cold. Yeah, it's going to be cold. London rains. Okay? That's the way it is. When you go on a cruise, I mean, yeah, you can have that maybe in March, maybe, but when you go out in August, yeah, it's cheaper. But guess what happens? All of a sudden, guess what? You're going to get a hurricane. He's pissing and moaning. Could you imagine being at the table with New York Dan on a cruise? And he's probably going to go on the poor people cruise, too, as well. Probably going to go on there. And he just realized in the video, he listened in Minnesota. He finally realized, I've always said it, I'm from the great city. He thought it was in Michigan. But sometimes I really wonder how that guy functions, the dimwit. I really do. But a prime example why Donald J. Trump brainwashes dumb-ass white boys who just will listen to one thing only, the 15-year-old mind of the average male, and listens to the hunch tell you something, and you better believe it, it'll be kicked out. Just like you can't come on the podcast. If he came on the podcast, oh my God, the king of hate would be absolutely pissed off. He'd be so mad. The morning, MzVicky doing her usual behavior, what she's doing. Morning, sitting in her car with notes. It's just so unauthentic to use notes. I'm sorry, man. It's not authentic. It's not someone's bitch about me spitting. That's the way she goes. I'm not going to swallow a cigar. That's the way she goes. Appreciate you coming to the show and give me your opinion, but 0 F's given if you don't like that I'm doing that. That's the way she goes. I don't know. The haters they make you cry and then they make you start to scream a little bit. It is what it is. Rumble. I like Rumble. I mean, it's got some fun stuff on there. There's some good creators on there. I don't watch all. Once in a while I've been over there, but it's Rumble is Rumble. It's put my video. Someone commented on my video, so like a first official real comment, because usually it's always a troll account that says we can grow your channel. Whoever else, I put videos up for this channel up there, and what do they get? You get, when you get to 100, you get it monetized and whatever else, and they'll push you out. You know, it's a lot of people on there are far righties, and also just a lot of video game playing people. If I was going to have an account and I didn't want to go to YouTube, I would go to Rumble before I'd go to Twitch, because Rumble kind of is the little sister of the YouTube. It looks like there's people on there. I know that what's his name's girlfriend is over there. I'm going to see one of her videos come through one day, and I forgot I had one time. I got an email from them like about a month ago that, hey, your account, you haven't used it. I'm like, oh, I forgot. I went in and signed in, and way I went, and I'll put up a couple. I've got, whatever. I've gotten 15, 20, whatever, here and there, some 50, some 60. That's fine. Whatever I'm getting. So it's just kind of fun. Post upload videos and see what happens. Kind of you spread your wings, right? I mean, I've done some on TalkShoe occasionally. Now I don't get anything in TalkShoe anymore. I used to get some. I don't, because the guy that bought it screwed over TalkShoe. Just the way it is now, it's hard to surf there. TalkShoe is free. The mighty big shoe. But the usual haters are pretty good. New York Daniel, MzVicky. Let's call Mark. Marky Mark is give him a little stage time. See if he's available.
Mark.
Nope. Let's call Carl. Carl's second in command. I'm coming on the show, saving trolls.
Hey, what's up?
This is Fearmongering Radio. This is your BlindViews fan club, New York Dan's fan club calling you.
So do you want a public spanking or a snuggie?
Yeah, what do you think you'd want?
I know, I've had public spanking. It was all right.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun. A snuggie or both, You'd be the spanking guy, I'd be the snuggie, and then Mark would be both,
Okay.
So, I just figured, what the hell? I did 2 videos real quick. Len's kind of got...
Yeah, I was watching the second one.
But I figure, what the hell?
So what's going on?
Not much. I'm just kind of talking about this or that, and I'm talking about New York Daniel. I listened to that video on your recommendation, and he finally realized that I live in Minnesota, and the Barium exposure. He's thinking to put it back up, but he's a Georgia leader. I did a video on him. A couple later. I think he's become to be a spent condom and an e-beggar on YouTube.
He's starting to learn that facts are important.
Right.
Or you can just talk about something you know nothing about and just admit it. I mean,
right.
All the time.
Here's another thing I did in the other video, come up later. Okay, you live in Chicago, right? And I'm in Florida, and I go see you. You're my friend. And I go to Chicago to see you in January. I get there and I bitch because it's cold, right? And you kind of look at me and go, what do you expect, cowboy? Or you come down to Florida and see me in July and it's hotter than hell and humid. You bitch the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You come down to Florida. I live in Sarasota, wherever. I've been down to Tampa before. We had fun time in football season in September. I've been down there in August, and it was humidity. And I knew it, But he's bitching.
Yeah, they call Chicago the Windy City, but really, until you experience it, you don't realize how damn windy it is.
Oh, God, yes.
All that damn wind trying to get around the buildings.
Yep.
It's crazy. It blows you off your feet.
Yeah, so he's bitching, and I'm like, I talked the video. It's like, you go to Seattle. It's a beautiful town in the summer, but let's say you go there in January. Guess what you're going to get? Rain. Because that's their winter. It rains. It rains and rains and rains. Okay? That's what it does. But he's bitching in the video that he's got to go on the cruise. I don't know which, if he's going royal, if he's going going to go poor man cruise. I have no idea. But
well, he's getting a good deal because he's going during hurricane season.
Exactly, and that's the problem. They're going to give you a good deal, and that's to bitch about it. I'm like, what are you bitching about, man? You're going to hurricane season. You might get lucky. I know a buddy of mine. He went on, him and his wife. They, like 4 years ago, went during like this time. They got lucky every time they went. They didn't get any hurricanes, and the fifth time they did. But he goes, it was like real cheap, and they went on.
Yeah, but the boat knows how to avoid those. But I guess this hurricane's going to turn up some 50-foot waves.
Oh yeah. So it's to hear him bitch, I'm like, could you imagine being at his at his table on a cruise? Could you imagine that? Oh God.
We were at a table one time on a cruise, and there was a guy and a girl who we didn't think were together, and then she orders like an egg white omelet, and she leaves, and she only eats half of it, and then he like eats the other half of her omelet, and we're like, "Do you know her?" And he's like, "No, I have no idea who she is." But he just ate the rest of her food, and we were just like, "That's just so crazy."
Yeah, well, my favorite. We were on a cruise, I don't know, 15 years ago, and we had two other couples with us, and one was in the alcohol business, and one was in the tobacco business. So it was a great cruise because they were very educated. It was fun. And then we were on another one. We had a couple couples that were really kind of cool. We went on. We did some stuff together. Very nice people. And then another one was a guy that every single one, he ordered the same thing. He ordered the 6 sliders and some French fries. Every single one. It was absolutely hilarious. I mean, we've had some good table people. It was good.
Some people just know what they like.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. His girlfriend, who they originally were married and divorced, she goes, "This is why I divorced this idiot. You're on a cruise and he's having sliders." It was so hilarious, man. Because what me and her do, and we did it on one thing. We ordered everything off the menu. That's what the Japanese would do when I go out in Japan. They would come to town. They would order every appetizer first for the whole tables, and then they would order a bunch of stuff you pick off it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So we did it on a cruise.
Yeah.
We'd get a couple things off the menu, and then we'd all just kind of try it. It was a very good table, so it was good. It was one guy he was a older gentleman. He was from Britain, and he was a engineer. He built bridges, and he was really cool. He always bought people drinks and stuff. He was just a very nice man.
I don't care for European seating, but every time I've done it, I've had a fun time at it.
Yeah, you're there to be social. I mean, you meet different people. You go there to a table. We've had like 5 couples. Everyone's from different parts of the country, and you meet people. But I just could not imagine. Hey, baby, Can you imagine that? Hey, baby, we're here on the cruise ship. He's all excited.
You guys need to come to my channel.
Exactly. I mean, when I've been on a cruise, I will videotape as I go along. I highly doubt I'd probably do any shorts unless I was at port. You know what I'm saying? I'm at port. Hey, we're leaving. It's a quick short. It goes up. But I'm not going to be uploading anything big on a cruise. Yeah, everything will be in the can. And you can see it later. Like when I was in St. Martin. You know what I'm saying? Everything kind of shorted up. Whatever I put up. You know what I'm saying? But
he needs to come clean of how he has all this money, but he doesn't work.
I agree.
And there's no way he makes that kind of money day trading. Plus, he'd have to have a nut that he couldn't touch.
Correct.
So he can't be spending his nut.
Right. Yeah, he's just effing off. But I see your sister. Again, she was sitting in the car the other day using notes again. MzVicky, sitting in her car with notes prominent, and I made a comment down below, and I said, "You make me laugh." I go, "Morning." And she made a comment back.
Well, we don't know if BlindViews uses notes. He definitely could.
Yeah, he's back.
He put it up on the camera.
I see he's backed out. He's back outside again.
I know. I did a video that's going to come up where I'm like, I don't know why we're jealous of him.
No,
because I'm filming this big lake for this huge power plant that sends power up to Chicago.
Right. Yeah. I just think it's hilarious that you think we're jealous of him. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not jealous about the garage. that you hate watch Mikey, and then the Tater did a video, and I watched part of it. He was in Michigan. I think it's great. He's out doing something now. I think it's great. Him and his girlfriend, and right away I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give him about 6 hours, and sure enough, it came up. But like I said, if I was some YouTuber and he was positive, or I'd just say, listen, don't talk about me, man. I don't need somebody who rode hard and probably wet. I don't need that behavior. So.
And he's trying to clean himself up a little bit.
Yeah, of course, because he's rode hard probably wet. That's why he looks more like Robert Plant than he does Peter Criss.
Yeah, because he's jealous of. Because we're jealous of him, he's trying to clean up.
Mm-hmm. I'm so jealous of him that I'm above the garage, and I hate watch and everything else. And I can just sit in my car and do a 3-minute video and have some fun about public spanking or whatever else, and have some fun. I go to work and I don't.
Yeah, he made fun of Tater, and I'm like, how are you making fun of Tater's up in the UP? I'd love to be up in the UP.
Yeah, absolutely. What's wrong with that? He's up in UP doing what he's doing. I think it's great. Yeah. I think it's great. He's actually doing what he was supposed to be doing. Because I know he wanted the bus, and I get that. I understand that. I always wanted a cabin. I was afforded it with my father's death, and the family uses it all the time. And I've always wanted to live back in my neighborhood, and I was able to do it 23 years ago, and that's where I live. There's certain things I want to do. I'd love to have a car collection. That's not going to happen, okay? But I get he wanted that bus. For what he was doing, it was a poor choice. And I know he wanted his land. I think he's just got to do what he's doing right now and just travel around the United States of America and enjoy himself, and just sell the bus and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way I look at it, But I think I get the bus. I get it. It's fun to do that behavior. But I'll say about the bus, he never really planned it out. He didn't just sit down with the blueprints and go, what should we put in here? If it takes you 6 months, it takes you 2 months to figure it out, and then it takes maybe 6 months to get it done. So be it.
Yeah, I never really thought it through.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you're building a house, and as you dig the hole, you figure it out. It's when they build big stadiums. What do? They go into process of figuring it out, right? They get the blueprints out and they lay it out. This is what it's going to look like. You don't just start digging a hole and put a $1 billion business out. But I don't hate Tater. I think he plays this character like he's hiding something. He plays this really just kind of like a carpetbagger. Plays this really unauthentic person. When New York,
it's an act.
Yeah, it's an act. And I could pretty much know if I met you in person. He probably give you a hug and how you doing. You're pretty much who you are. You know what I'm saying? We've talked on the phone all the time. I don't see any variance of what I see in the videos. You know what I'm saying?
We're pretty much the same. It's just we're not. I would say I'm not always upbeat all the time.
Correct.
But I try to be upbeat in all my videos.
Yeah, you are who you are.
It's not an act. It's just you don't want to have a show where you tune in and see me down in the dumps.
Just like with MzVicky, I give her crap. I love her. She's who she is in person. If you went to her house tomorrow, if we showed up in her town, I think she would have hospitality for us in her house. She'd open her door and say she's a Southern Belle and say, "Welcome to my room. Welcome to my house." She'd hand you a beer, whatever. She comes. I like
Dinger's up her way, and she said, "Dinger, how come you didn't ask to stop by?"
Right.
So I think Dinger and MzVicky might.
Yeah, Dinger's the same thing. Dinger's the same thing. He's this goofball, easygoing guy. That you would shake his hand, and he would say hello. That same thing with Ziggy and I. Same thing. You'd walk in his house. He'd say, "Would you like a beer?" You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the first thing he would say to you. He would shake your hand, give you a hug, and introduce himself to the family, his cat and dog, and he
would. And when he hands you a Miller Lite, you go, "What's this swill? I want Modelo."
Same thing with Mark. Mark would be the same.
We wouldn't be doing that. We might do it as a joke.
Right. Mark's the same thing. You'd meet Mark, and Mark would be the same thing. Welcome to my humble abode. Welcome to the moon. Here are my 2 dogs. Here's my lovely wife. Because that's who he is. I mean, he jokes around with his character, but Mark is Mark. He doesn't. Here's my opinion. This is what I am, and
let's get the dogs and go take a walk on the moon.
Correct. It's just where Wonder Hussy is pretty much Wonder Hussy. She's not. That's who she is. She puts on a good face, but you pretty much know that's Wonder Hussy. You meet her in person, and she's gonna be nice. Where Carpetbagger, you can tell he's putting on. He plays a character. That he's this
like Ellen DeGeneres and James Corden were kind of like that.
Yeah, so that's how because I've seen Carpetbagger drunk before. He acts like a total idiot, and he acts like this childlike person that is really kind of cool, but when he just the way he acts. Where his girlfriend Jenny, you can tell who she is. That's who she is. She's a goofball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell. And then same thing with Daily Woo. He plays kind of this, just heck it. But I guess when you talk to him, he's not very nice. He's not very accommodating. If you walk up to him, he'll only give you like about 30 seconds. He won't say, hey, what's his name is very Venice, the German in Venice. He's a really, if you met him, he would shake your hand. I've seen. And there's another guy out there that they talk on, what's his name? He likes cookies. I can't remember his name is. But he's a really nice man. He always thanks his people in videos all the time. And if you met him,
they'd show Tater at those meetups, and he's very standoffish.
Yeah, because he's just a jerk. I can just tell on certain YouTubers, or they're just being them. It's like kid behind the camera. You can tell kid behind the camera is playing a character, and I've seen him off camera before. He's not a very nice man. Just the way he acts. When you're playing that kind of a character to hide something, you can tell. I can just usually tell. Yeah, Tater does not look like a nice man. If you walked up to him, he'd probably take a step back and say, "Hey, man, I like your." He'd be, almost like if you talk to him, he'd want something from you. You know what I'm saying? If you were in a bar with the guy, he'd expect you to buy him a drink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, you've talked to me for 10 minutes. Can I get a drink from you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't see me approaching him for any reason.
No, I don't either, because he's not the kind of guy you see in public. He may just nod at the guy. I saw Carpetbagger at the State Fair like 4 years ago, and I just nodded at him. I wasn't going to say anything I just wasn't going to say anything, guy, because he's not the kind of guy I want to walk up to. Because I don't really watch all his stuff. I know who he is, and I'll support him if he wants to go check him out. If you want to watch him, go ahead, go for it. You want to do an hour video, go for it. But I could just, it's just BlindViews is like, I personally think Mikey and him live in his rent free. But like I said before, okay, I gave you a Speculation Sports shirt. Yes, it was an older shirt, but it was fine, right? What would you, but what would you rather wear? That Speculation Sports shirt or a Tater hater shirt? You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't wear a Tater.
But my point is, if you're in public with a Speculation Sports shirt, someone will look at it and go, "What's that?" You go, "It's a guy's a goofball in Minnesota. He sent it to me. He's a pod." It will create a conversation.
Yeah.
And you can say, "Yeah, he's a YouTuber, Cowpote Adventures, whatever. He sent it to me in a hat and whatever. We're friends, whatever. I sent him a hat and he wears it in videos." And it's just a fun conversation. You move on, and it's simple to read, and they can Google it and find it. Where you're watching this BlindViews Tater hater stuff, it's like, why would you? People, what's this? Who's Tater? So you have to go through the whole thing of BlindViews. You know what I'm saying? Of putting out hater shirts on somebody. I just don't understand. I'd rather wear a Wonder Hussy shirt before I wear a Tater shirt. If I'm going to wear somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, he's still not doing any membership stuff.
She what?
BlindViews still not doing any membership stuff.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course he's not going to do any membership stuff. He's not going to do that kind of behavior. Hell no. Of course not. So what's going on?
He's too busy. He's got stuff to do. He's just sitting at home all day.
So what's your boy doing these days? What's Mr. Sarasota Tim doing these days?
He's making up stories about his life and marriages and driving around on a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
I'm telling us he's got the best truck ever. That's it as far as I know. It's pretty boring.
Well, when you just...
He's either in his truck filming or he's in his clubhouse filming. He's not going anywhere. Said he was going to the beach. He filmed him walking his cart down the beach, and then that was it.
This is funny. Johnny Jackson, 93. Dan is so confused, and is that spanking with or without clothing?
It's in your tidy whities.
It's funny. That's hilarious. That's one of the better comments right there. It's I don't know, one of those wing things with Daniel. As I did a video, it's coming up here, and it's going to be up here. I think when the hell's it going to be? It's going to come up in the morning on the 21st day. It's he's become a spent condom. The 4 floors of horrors. It's what he's become. So I laugh and then I cry.
I don't know. He's back at his house. He's got internet. He's promising he's going to do all this stuff.
Who?
I haven't seen him put anything up. Dan.
Oh, Daniel. Yeah. He's gonna. Good old Daniel. And now because he's e-begging. He can buy him a can of oil because the car or something. So he's changing it to oil. Now you can buy him oil.
Yeah, he spends all day working on this old Mercedes. How does he make any money? And if you're day trading, you got to be right next to your computer.
Correct. We told before, you got to be there. You can't. You just don't go hang out and go for a walk because you got to. Stuff goes up, goes down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
because shit goes up slow, but if it hits the skids, it goes down fast.
Correct. But
and if he's doing puts and all that kind of shit, he can lose his ass.
Correct. Absolutely.
He's talking about short trading and stuff.
That Barium exposure one I did in about his going to the funeral, that's got 10 likes and 9 dislikes. It's got 207. It's good for me. 217. But that's hilarious. That's great engagement.
Yeah, Barium's done. If he was alive, we would have heard from him.
Mm-hmm. The gay mafia got him. But
and if he was alive, BlindViews would be telling us, shoving it in our face.
Mm-hmm. He's too afraid. BlindViews is too afraid to talk about Barium exposure. So there's some dog he's talking about. Someone's dog is dying or something.
There's a dude that's dying. An old guy who I don't think he knows. I don't know, maybe he's a long time listener.
But some dog is dying or something, and he's done that. Some lady or something, whatever's going on with this. I don't know, whatever the hell he's doing. But he's back outside again. He's back outside.
He can't ogle over his ladies because we called him out.
And he doesn't listen to us. And
he doesn't listen to us, but since we called him out on it, he blamed it all on his wife.
Yeah, I love how he started up the bus, and threw her under. That she watches. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt she watches YouTube like you do. The woman's got to take care of your ass, feed your ass, do your laundry, while you sit above the garage and watch people tater. I mean, he's probably the first one on the tater video. The first one. He's the first one.
Well, that's got to be a crazy dynamic because they've probably been together since they've been kids, and then he got this eye thing,
right?
And Old Man Nation, we should call him, find out. But Old Man Nation's saying that he thinks she's on disability too.
Right. I tried to call him, and he went to his voicemail. So, but
yeah, he said that he thinks BlindViews' wife is on Social Security.
Oh, really?
Social Security disability. But that's total speculation on my part. I have no knowledge one way or another.
Speculate. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know. It's just he said it.
But he is pumping out videos. BlindViews is.
Yeah, and Old Man Nation doesn't usually say things that are just off the wall.
Right. I pump out videos for fun. He's pumping out money to make. He's pumping out videos to make money. He wants that 12,000, view count. He wants. That's what he's doing. He's pumping videos.
Old Man Nation?
No, BlindViews. He's pumping out videos.
Oh yeah. The problem's become he's become dependent on the money.
Yep.
I mean, when that money rolls in our bank account, it's just like extra coins sitting there. And like, well, maybe I'll buy a camera or maybe I'll get a drone.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But for him, he relies on it. He's gotten dependent on it.
I had a guy I was talking to in my shuttle, and he took his drone to Japan, and they confiscated it when he got there because they're real picky. He barely got it back. Well, Wonder Hussy hasn't gotten her phone back yet from Australia. And it's like they're not going to get.
I've had a few things where I wouldn't mind having a drone, but a lot of time, like right now today, it's super windy, so I don't know if that would. I haven't
had mine out in about a year. They're fun. See, the first time I ever, okay, I'm flying my over by my lake, right? I'm flying along, right, and I get way too high, okay. And the thing takes off on me. The wind takes it north, okay? I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm walking to the woods, so I finally get in my car, right? And I follow where I think it's at. And I'm pushing the button. I can hear it. I think it's in someone's backyard. I'm walking, people are looking at me. It was above me, okay? I didn't know it was above me. So it landed. So I get home, I'm all bummed out. She said, we'll just buy a new one. She said, well, wait a minute, we can track this thing. So she pulls it up on the computer on my laptop, and it says where it's at. So we get done with dinner, and we get over there, and there's like an exit, right, where you get on the highway, and then there's a piece of grass there, and the highway. It landed in the grass, in between the highway and the exit. I'm like, that was...
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, like, with my car, I can have it up like 200 feet up, and it will follow my car.
Correct. Yes.
So I can drive around on a country road that's kind of cool, and it'll be up there, and you'll have a bird's eye view of what I'm seeing driving around.
Well, Carolyn RV did that in one day. She had her video following her someplace, and Wonder Hussy's done that too as well. Yeah, you can do that. Then another time I was over by the bridge, right, and I'm just kind of screwing around with it. And I forgot is where you start your videotaping. It goes to home, right? So I see it go across the bridge, and I'm thinking it landed by the bridge. Well, I'm looking for it. I couldn't find it. Oh God! So as I'm walking back down with my head down, I looked back right, and it's in the tree, like a little branch. I got lucky. There it was. Just saw the red, but that was another. But I've never smashed anything. Like people always crash them because they get too stupid with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to be careful with the wind. I have the original small ones, the mini, and those you got to be careful with when you get them up above the trees. If there's a lot of wind, they will get taken away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I mean that's the only thing I can think of maybe now that I'd get. I don't know.
They're fun. Get the mini. You can go to Costco. They're fun to fly around. The minis are fun because you just fly them around. They're just kind of fun, and you can cruise around on them. And they're you're nothing special. Don't get too kinky with them. Don't be dumb like I was. I got lucky, got mine back. I got real lucky. But people fly them around. They fly them too far out in the ocean, and then they run out of a battery, and they crash in the ocean. They're screwed. So they fly them in the wrong spots. You know what I'm saying? They run into trees. They run into walls. Because they get too stupid.
Hi. Yeah.
Where you at?
Give me a little dinner before I do my next delivery. Yeah, but the drone will be cool, and maybe do some riverside so I can do stuff like Life of Vibe, although I don't know if I'd be any good at it. Mm-hmm. Can I get 4 soft shell tacos? 4 what? 4 soft shell tacos, and that's all.
No.
How's it going? Senior, I think.
She's ordering up Orban's food.
Yeah.
Order up food.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm all good. So, I don't know. And then I don't really care about copyright strike because I would just be like copyright strike me. That's what I used to do for a living. You know, if someone wanted to copyright strike me, I'm like, sue me. I don't care.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for my food.
Oh.
I'm all good. Casey Grits never called in?
No, I didn't. He didn't call in. So
that's a bummer.
He didn't call the show. So
yeah. So Dinger, and MzVicky might get together. So that'd be cool.
Wow.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Like you said, it looked like Dan kidnapped him last time.
That was the best when they were sitting in the Denny's. The look on Dinger's face, he looked like he was going to fill his pants.
Well, he was brand new. Well, not brand new, but he was pretty new. Pretty green.
See, if I was in that video, I would take over the whole video. I would take over the whole live stream. I'd be in there. I'd be ripping Daniel. I'd take over the whole live stream. You know, I would totally take over, which I've done on Blog Talk. I would take over streams.
Yeah, and you go back there. I'll make my own breakfast.
Yeah, be hilarious. Boy. Walk back there and say, "Yeah, you know what the hell is this slop?" You know,
pizza guys. This is how you do it, guys.
And you walk up in an all white jacket and hand me a spatula. There you go, my king.
Yeah.
You hand me a little bucket with some eggs in there and stuff, you know. Hand me the eggs and the spatula, and you stand there real quietly as I cook, you know. You're my shoe chef. Can I have a baster, please? You baste it for me.
Walk around like Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
What the fuck? You're killing people. You're gonna kill people.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
Yep. I love Gordon, man, when he starts yelling up. You know what? When you watch that show, I always tell, I'm not saying I'm this great cook. Okay, I know how to roll elements, you know that. And I know how to cook a burger and steak. But whenever these people who claim we watch that Master Chef, and they have Hell's Kitchen and they have to make breakfast or burgers, they always screw it up. I tell my wife every time, it's like, just like when they have swimming challenges in Survivor, or they have on Amazing Race, the true people show they can't swim. You know what I'm saying? And when they do the egg challenge, an omelet or something, or burgers, they always screw it up. Always. Every time. They undercook the burger or they undercook the chicken every single time. I will tell you right now, in my 25 years at Perkins, I never had a burger or a chicken brought back because it was especially chicken. I always made sure my chicken was done right. Never, ever did I have someone send me back a chicken that was raw. Ever.
Damn.
But whenever they have that, it's like, it is what it is. Well, it's too bad you didn't come up to Barium Exposure funeral. It's too bad. Oop, I got a phone. Oh, Carl's back. Answer call. Yo, you there? Oh, I gotta call him back in a second. Carl?
Are you there?
I'm there. You probably got disconnected.
My earbuds went dead.
What?
And I thought it would just flip to speaker, but it didn't.
No. Yeah, when he does, that happens. So, all right. Well, that's too bad you didn't come up to Barium Exposure's funeral. But I put you a little note in there on behalf of him, and and told everybody when I spoke at the funeral and everything else, and
Yeah.
it was a beautiful funeral for he had that rested bitch look on his face, and then you talked about me.
Should have had a smile since he paid for all those teeth.
Yeah. I put a greatest hits Pat Benatar in there, so it was somewhat emotional. So, but no, I tried to call Mark, but he was it went into let me see. I'll try one more time, okay? Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see what happens. Let me see. We'll see if he's available. All right, Mark. Let's see if he's available.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hang on. All right. Here we go. Mark's in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Carl? Listen, Carl, I was about ready to put out a APV.
Yeah.
I thought maybe ice picked him up or something.
I thought maybe he was on he was on a milk carton. From I understand, he was on a milk carton for the last couple of days, I guess.
I thought maybe up there in Illinois, since he's in a blue state, that the brown shirts are on him.
Yeah. So I see Mark, your band that you're jealous of, who you own, is now back outside again.
I saw that. That's what I just posted a video. It's been taking me all this time to get the pieces together, but I just posted it.
Right.
Haven't been able to watch hardly anybody's. I did click through. I'll do like the BlindViews thing. Well, I just kind of click through it a little bit, and that's about it,
Yeah, he's back to. He was. I saw part of Tater this morning, just a little bit of it. Kind of went through it, and I was like, I'm glad he's out doing things, which is instead of the bus thing. I think it's great. He's out. He's in Upper Michigan. I think it's great. Me and Santa Claus just talked about that. I think it's great. He's in Upper Michigan, having a great time. But you know how what's his name is. One minute he compliments and he backhands him. So he was. But I just, I saw that, and I'm like, right away, and he's outside again. I'm like, oh, great, we're happy for you. Remember, we're jealous of him. That he's,
Well, the other day, he was in his basement because it was so dark, and that's where I commented that I've never heard of anybody painting their basement black. It was dark as hell, and then his little fairy lights are up there. So, yeah.
He's got all that sound deadening on the wall.
Yeah.
I see that. I thought you didn't need sound deadening down in a basement, I mean, you're below ground and everything.
So yeah. Yeah.
I think, man, don't you know it? Those houses were built back in the 30s, early 30s,
right,
or even before that. And, they just don't have any insulation in them. And I feel sorry for his neighbor next door because they live in, what do they call those? Are they called duplexes or something where there's only a wall between you and the next house?
Mm-hmm.
It's something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably like 5 feet in between houses.
Yeah, but I thought, yeah.
It's all individual houses, but some of them might be rentals where they bought the house and they have an upstairs and a downstairs apartment.
Well, that's what I said in my video just now. I says, you know what? I've seen where he's been outside before and he's kind of like shot the camera around. And everybody has a pretty damn nice yard, groomed, the grass is green, everything. And then he says that he admits in his live chat that his grass is brown because him. I ain't gonna water that lawn, because I ain't gonna have to pay for that water bill and stuff like that. So his place looks. They'll be the only crappy ass looking place on the block,
Well, look at him. I mean, come on, he drove probably wet, We're supposed to be,
Well, behind his yard is an alley, and then there's a train yard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right behind him, the train behind him. Remember, he hates trains, but then he was standing next to that train that one day, so.
Oh, God. That's got to be crazy, I mean, you might have to sleep down in the basement, too, just get away from that noise.
Yeah.
So, Carl, you haven't really put out too much. I think you put one out yesterday, didn't you? Oh, you put it out on Kimmy. Yeah, he did go on a binge, didn't he?
Yeah. Jimmy took the day off, so I took the day off.
You took the whole day off?
Yeah, I took a whole day off.
No, really?
I was going to drive up to Michigan, but I didn't make it.
I thought maybe you had a long flight back from Michigan, I thought maybe you got delayed or something. I thought maybe you had booked through Canada Air or something like that.
Exactly.
But I've got one film, but I got to put it out. And I'm at home, so it's going to take a while to go on. Because I want to piece it together. I did a bunch of segments.
I did that today. I was kind of like, what I put up today is not all, it's so, it's not all, I just kind of threw it together, right. But I'm just kind of poking back at BlindViews and using his intro on there with the exploding fire and stuff like that. So.
Right.
Yeah, because he said he does all this work, and it really doesn't take that much work to do what he does.
Right.
Not really.
Well,
not when he uses the same stuff all the time. He uses the same clips. Everything's already in there, like Cowpote was talking about once before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
There, like,
it's the same thing. It's
Sarasota and my little check mark and.
I want to know. There's one thing I want to know from Cowpote.
What
is? You crank out these videos. You crank out your podcasts. I mean, it's like a full-time job. Do you go to work, or do you have to work at night and then just get a couple hours sleep before you go on the podcast?
I work Monday through Friday at a real job at $38 an hour, driving for a contractor.
Well, I'm not asking all that.
No, I know. I'm just telling you. I drive. I do a lot of editing for my uncle for computer stuff, and I put myself time to do something. I usually give myself time. I have the NFL stuff, and I work at the airport on the weekend. A lot of my driving ones, I'm driving between home and work. And I like today, I did 3 quick videos in the sex object over, and I did the 3-minute video real quick, and the 8-minute video I did the one of spanking or snuggie, and then I did one on Barium exposure that the gay mafia got him, and then I did one on that New York Dan's become an e-beggar and a spent condom. So I put stuff way out in advance. I have stuff on the other channel until November, and I'm going to probably back off. So I do a lot of stuff. I'll do them in groups. I'm a point and shoot, like I did at the Hopkins parade. I walk through. I did 8 minutes at a time, and that's how I get those out in advance. I'll be a walk around, and I'll do that. That's how I do it. But I make time for my videos. So I couldn't crank out my podcast like right now. And she goes, "Can you do anything?" And like last night, I did my lawn last night instead of doing a podcast because I had the whip to my head. She capitulated because we were doing the east side of the house, and she got looked at me. I can't go any longer, and I said, "Fine." I did the lawn last night because it rained all day today. So, but I have to take time. It's not. To do my videos, but they're pretty simple videos. They're straight shoots. They're just up. I got a pretty fast computer, and they go up, and I put them out every other day. And then I can do the podcast. I can, in my car, I'm driving with no notes, and I'm just driving on the way home. That's what I'm doing. So that's how I do my videos.
I was trying to go through all my video when you put up that one. You put up your last video. I don't know what it was on or something. So I can. I think it was on the homeless or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Everybody's jumped the bandwagon on that. I mean, everybody. It's like it festered out, and everybody says, "Oh, well, I got to get on that."
Man, I just talked about.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
no. It's fine.
I'm talking about these RVers. I'm talking about Matty Van Halen. I'm just talking about BlindViews. on it.
I've read about this for like the last, like he said, 2 years ago. I saw a video on this. A guy in California, an alderman, talked about it. That they're towing these RVs out to this middle of nowhere in the city of LA and just dropping them and living in them. So I just
they do. Yep, they do that in Oregon.
Yeah, so I just made my opinion on today over on the Adventure Channel. I just got talked about. Said, listen, it's all about, you can't sit in this parking lot. In the parking lot I'm in right now, I did the Adventure Channel. You just can't sit there in the parking lot. If you're at a park, this rules don't worry about it. Me and what's the name Carl talk about today? It's they want the homeless people. If you're sitting in some parking lot for an hour, that's fine. Taking a nap, that's okay. But if you're sitting there for 8 hours overnight in a private parking lot, they're going to say, "Hey, move along." I mean, it's a pretty simple law, and it's not Trump. It's just. I mean, they're just trying to get rid of the homeless people to move them on because they're really destroying LA and buying these old RVs from the scrapyard. They drop it, and then me and you live in it, and we just crap in them, and it's hazmat. So I've known about this he has too, and I get BlindViews, and people get fear-mongered. They don't read the law and then understand what they're trying to get at. If you're just a law-abiding RVer, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
These things have been out there and everything, and then they're just kind of accentuating it right now and hyping it up.
Right.
But they're trying to justify the ICE coming in there.
Correct.
Like, ICE is going to take care of it or something. So, I mean, ICE is already fired on a truck today. I saw online.
Right.
In San Bernardino, I think it was.
Like tomorrow, I'm going to do my NFL podcast when I get home. That does not come up on this channel. I did my last one last week for my predictions, but tomorrow I'll do my NFL podcast, which is where I cut my teeth, where it goes, and where I've made my money at. So I usually do it on Wednesday, but I have to go to a doctor on Wednesday for my type 2, so I got to go there. But I get it. When I got time, if I have a half hour, I'll maybe hag your rants, whatever. Yeah, I'll do a podcast. It's better than watching TV, so, and I can pick when I'm going to do I can take 2 hours and do a bunch of videos for both channels and then upload them every other day and whatever and be done with it and have content in the bag for whatever. So I don't waste my time editing, because I hear people, if it's the Huss, bitching that they spend this time 8 hours a day. She spends 120 hours a week on her channel doing 2 videos a week. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. And then bitching she has no friends. I've heard many people do that. Well, that's your business. Chasing the almighty dollar. It's like the same thing with Cartbagger. He just goes from town to town, doesn't enjoy Alaska. He's just busy making videos and then edits it and puts it up and goes the next day. And the same thing with Daily Woo. You look at Daily Woo, the guy looks like he's ready to die because he's just doing these videos every day. He's chasing the almighty dollar around. So.
Yeah, that's because remember, he was supposed to scale back. He was supposed to scale back to maybe only do it every other day or every few days. He was going to scale back. He does this every year.
Yep.
It's just like all the others. They do this thing, and they either bitch about, I'm going to get rid of all my Disney stock, or I'm going to go do this, or I'm taking down my Patreon. So he took it down again.
Yep.
He's taking it down I don't know how many times now, and it's just like, dude, we go through this cycle every year.
BlindViews is pumping out videos for what reason? To make money. He's just pumping those out now because Mikey. And he does. I do it. I make money on Spreaker here, and I make very little money over on my Adventure Channel, and I make no money in this channel. Even though I'm getting closer and closer to monetizing, great. I do it because I like to have content. I like to talk and I never went into this to make money. I bought my camera because I wanted to make a video to put on the internet, and that's all there is to it. I mean, if you're doing this for money, it's going to be a long road to hoe. Then you're going to hate it. I mean, people podcast, and they always say, let's say, Mark, you start a podcast tomorrow, and they do like 5 or 6 audios, and they quit because they expect. Let's say I'm getting thousands of audios on this channel, and you're like, God, I can do that. Okay, you can do it, but you do like 5, 6 videos, you're getting like maybe 10, and then people quit because they don't want to put their time into it. It's like a marriage; it takes time for the marriage to, as time goes, raising a child, the first, whatever it may be, but people don't. if you're going to do YouTube to make money, good luck, because it's all about live streaming now. It's not about people making content like me and you do, and you have some fun, you sit in front of a camera and you talk. This is a podcast, audio, music in the background. You guys are talking to each other, whatever. It's an old school podcast with the black screen. People can't handle that. So I don't know. I think I've introduced people to podcasting on this channel, and I don't think people understand what it is. They're so used to, whatever. Like I said, it's like Casey Good said, the haters are more fun than Tim himself.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
I thought I heard one time you were talking about BlindViews' wife being on disability, or she's working.
Yeah. I think she is. I think she is, because in his he's mentioned this in a couple of the members only live chat, is that about when they're always talking about their medical issues they all have. And he says, yeah, my wife's got rheumatoid arthritis, and she's got this. He named them off a number of stuff. And I thought to myself, I'm pretty sure, I'll bet you anything, she's on, Medicaid too, disability, or what, because she's always out there. It seems like they're always going during the day or something to Costco. They're going over to the daughter's house. She seems to have a lot of free time, and instead of having a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
So that's just my assumption. I'm just guessing.
Well, yeah, and you never really hear about him when my wife gets back from work, we're going to go do this or that.
Right. And that's the same thing. Right, and that's the same thing I said to Cowpote last time. I says, you never hear about his son-in-laws. You always hear about, my daughters, and we got to go over and watch the kids or the little grandkids, or stuff like that. But you never hear him talk about a son-in-law. And I thought, that's kind of interesting. But
he's got one kid in New Zealand though.
Right.
His son, I know his son I don't know if it's military or what, but yeah. But good. So, Carl, did you see where Sarasota Tim? He must be filming some of his videos ahead of time, because you can tell when he has a certain shirt on. The same. He has the same color shirt on 24 hours later. I mean,
well, I do notice where he's editing them.
Yeah.
So he said something that he knows he doesn't want to say, and now he's taking it out instead of just leaving it.
Well, it's same thing with I've seen that with Daily Woo. He'll have an abrupt cut, like something will walk up to him and he'll
go right.
It's like all of a sudden someone says something and he gets kind of all of a sudden an abrupt cut, so.
There's a couple. I know there's other channels out there that we'll talk. Not so much the hate, but it could be a little bit hate on Adam the Roo. And like when he goes out to certain places, he went out with Carpetbagger. They went out in the country to go see the house of I forgot who it was, some killer or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy that lived there got aggravated on him. And
yes.
And it got like, what the heck? And I'm thinking, dude, you guys, you can't be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, they just think they can go wherever they please. Because it's just like one time Carpetbagger got pissed because they wouldn't let him videotape on in some ride, and he got mad. But it's like, that's the way it is. Another time he was mad because he couldn't go they couldn't let him videotape into a museum or something. So that's how they act. If you tell a YouTuber no, they get pissed. I've been places before, and I usually ask at that candy store I ask, can I videotape? They go, sure, go ahead. And I videotaped. I wouldn't just start video. I usually ask if I go into someplace. If they don't, I say, not a problem. I don't sit there and say, come, I don't do a video. Yeah, they won't let me video there. He does it. They do that all the time, because then people will call that place and bitch. They will call and bitch. They do that. People, the white hats will call the company and harass them because their YouTuber couldn't videotape in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's.
Well, I think he got warned about videotaping at Walmart, and then maybe just went to a different one.
Yeah.
But you don't videotape from Walmart anymore.
Yeah, they don't want you videotaping because they've had enough of that crap going on the internet. People, my favorite one time was some employee was working there, was actually videotaping himself work, and then the next video 2 days later I saw, this is years ago, he got fired and he couldn't understand it. Well, you're videotaping because he was stocking the shelves, right? He was showing what he was doing, and
right.
all of a sudden you get fired. Well, you just don't. It'd be like me videotaping while I'm at work all day. It doesn't work that way. It's not going to happen. You know,
they get a lot of those kids. They get a lot of kids that go in there and add their channels, and they go in there either they'll destroy an aisle, or they pull pranks, or they run around in Walmart, and it's just like, nope, you shouldn't videotape at all. I mean, shouldn't do nothing, and he just got his camera stuck in everybody's face,
Right. I don't have a desire to. If I'm going to be in a Walmart videotaping, I might show you a short of something I like let's say this is really kind of a cool thing. But it's going to be a quick 1 minute short. I'm not going to walk through Walmart with my camera. I'm just not. I don't have time for that behavior. I don't. I'm not. That makes no sense. You've seen enough of those videos. Here I am walking through the Walmart with my camera. I don't think so. I just don't understand that. So.
I like the people that grab the phone and do a fart over the PA system.
Yes.
We used to do that at the nuclear power plant. We'd be inside of the container building, and they have an intercom system there, and you'd call for some wacky thing on there for somebody.
Right.
And, just goofy ass shit. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just the way it is sometimes.
Right.
But I see you went to a Whataburger. You got a Whopper again the other day.
Yes.
Now, how much did that cost you? How much did that cost you?
That cost me, just the Whopper with cheese, was $8 even.
$8?
Four easy payments of $2.99.
There was. I should have said that in the video, and I forgot. But it was $8 even with cheese. That's not bad. That's not bad. Well, that's just a Whopper.
Not too bad because when I got out of my colonoscopy, we went over to Burger King, and I was starving. And so she got herself a Whopper, and she got a Coke or a drink, and she got some onion rings or fries or something. I got 2 Whoppers with bacon on it and a large drink and some onion rings, and it was like $36.
Jesus.
I mean, that's like a sit-down meal at a Mexican restaurant.
Correct. Yeah, it was I didn't have any French fries, or I had my own pop, so I was just getting that for because I did the video. It was you own BlindViews, because you did the thumbnail was epic with the it was hilarious, the thumbnail you put on here.
I'm blocked now because I went to comment and his comments on one of his videos, and I went back later to go look at it, and there was no comments. So usually
he blocked me.
In there, they jump on you.
Yeah, he blocked me a long time ago. He blocked both my channels a long time ago.
Blocked into that name.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised because I was listening, and then I saw you come up, so I'm like, "Hey, Mark." Mm-hmm. And then people were talking about you and me, and I'm like, well, we must have.
Yeah, then the Gestapo.
I said hi to you, but I don't know if it went through or not.
Because the Gestapo, then the Gestapo gets involved, and before you know it, the brown shirts get involved, and they protect the king, and they let you talk, and then he was telling you to get out of there. I got to the very beginning when he threw his wife under the bus. He threw his wife, claiming he doesn't watch the women, because we've said that, but his wife does. He called, he told on himself. And then first one that went to the end and caught the second one, his head's going back and forth. Get out of here! Get out of here! You had him triggered. There was ownership in that live stream. I thought it was funny as hell. And instead of saying, "Hey, Mark, welcome to the live stream. Do me a favor, give me a like on there and have fun." But right, just saying, "Hey, Mark, welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming." You know what I'm saying? It's another listen. But he had to get all bitter on it.
I have noticed that. I did notice that if the word Cowpote came, like if someone typed in Cowpote, not you, but someone talked about you, it was like scrubbed almost instantly.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Because they don't want, he doesn't even want your name to be in there.
No.
He hates him, huh? He hates him. He won't even call him by his real name or anything, Cowpote, you know?
No.
Yeah, Chipotle. It's just like Donald Trump. He gets triggered.
Yep.
I ain't gonna call, I hate you so bad, I'm gonna call you a different name like New Scum.
Yeah.
You know, and he does that all the time.
Well, BlindViews is voice activated in his own way. He's voice activated. He sees something. That's how he is. My good friend I've been talking to, Melissa, we'd always talk, and she always talks about that when she's been on plenty of podcasts. And one time I mentioned Tim Tebow one time on an NFL podcast about 15 years ago, and the guy just went the deep end on me, you know, because he was about Tim Tebow, because he was voice activated, you know. So that's what that's all about.
Did you see the one where BlindViews made the video saying it's not good to be calling people gay?
Oh yeah, well, that was the Mikey video.
He's the one that does it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's the
He was calling me and Cowpote gay.
But see, when somebody would, I remember this is some time back, somebody would hate when you were talking about Jesus, what's his name, Dave? Oh shoot, God, my brain's going dead. The guy that he used to kind of be his counterpart. I mean, he had his own channel. Well, anyways, they would talk about his sexuality and BlindViews would say, well, let's don't go there. You know, we don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. So he does have a little bit of a limit. You know, he kind of cuts it. It depends on who it is.
Correct.
You know, the guy out of his channel, you know, and you know.
It's too bad that what's name has died. What's that one guy's name? Camo Dave.
Camo Dave is who I was talking about.
Camo Dave.
Yeah, I think I said in my video, we're not gay, we just have a bromance, and it's different.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
It's funny, and then I had a few people in my comments going, yeah, bromances are cool, man.
Well, yeah, we've talked, me and him talked, but I have a bromance with Troy Aikman. I've always liked the guy as a football player. You know, it's me and him talked on the phone. Everyone, you have your certain people, like actors you like, you like them, you got a bromance. It's not gay, it's just you like a certain person. You like a certain athlete or an actor or just somebody you like. It isn't like you want to bone them or something. It's like, yeah, but that's just, you know, that's him.
There was this video that was put out there, and this woman says, you know, I can't understand how my husband can go out and play pickup ball on the court. He just goes out with his ball, comes over to these strangers, all these men out there. They pick who's going to go where and everything, and they play their games, and then the loser team gets off, and it's like, you don't even know these people. You haven't even met them. You haven't even shook their hand. You just get out there and play. Well, guys do that. That's how we are. We don't need a big social thing. We know what we want to do. We want to go out and have fun, you know, and that's the way it is. I mean, women are wired so differently.
Yep, exactly.
And then,
I love those videos where there's like, okay, San Diego was playing the Dallas Cowboys in 1977. There was 5 minutes left on the clock, and so came up to kick the field goal. And that was Tar Jenny. You know, it goes into it, and there's like, okay, your wife told you were going to dinner with this couple Saturday night. She reminded you 4 times. What time and who are you going to dinner with? And the guy's like, I have no idea.
Hey, gentlemen,
yeah.
I got dinner coming on the deck. I appreciate Mark taking my phone call, and also you, Carl. Anything else you guys want to say before we head down the road?
BlindViews! BlindViews! And I just want to say, I want to thank Bill Clinton for calling me and confessing to having consensual.
Right, that's right. You're damn right. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, Yahoo, and Blind Views, man. That's the way I see it, man. Yahoo. That's the way I see it. Blind Views, man. We know you're not blind. It's the way you hear it, man. And I did not inhale. And me and Monica were good friends. Yahoo, man. And we appreciate you boys and the moon up there in the City of Organized Crime coming on for your Mongering Radio. You guys appreciate it very, very much.
All right. You have a
It
good
was a
day.
pleasure.
All right, you
We'll
guys.
see you guys later.
There they go, man.
Bye.
Yahoo! Thanks, guys. And man, it's Pedro La Pacas, man. Anyways, you guys. So yeah. Fear Mongering Radio. Remember the military, remember the armed force, all the branches, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, the Merchants, the Coast Guard uniform. Thank you so much for this country. Though nothing at all. Would you shower in the shower pen state or not? Shower in the shower pen state. Not a very Christian to be doing. If you don't like 2 men having sex, especially 2 women, put a condom on, prevent AIDS or becoming the penis. Okay? And don't drink and drive. All that kind of behavior. Line there, line now, we always talk about. Thank you guys very, very much. Have a great week. Fear Mongering Radio. We are